Hey guys, welcome back to Crusader Kings 2 Game of Thrones Edition. I'm Joeblivion, and we are back in our third installment of King Loren of the Rock and his crazy adventures. I am trying to remember where we left off. Oh yes. Okay, Mountain and Vale were getting their butt kicked by Aegon, the soon-to-be conqueror. And it seems that I'm moving my armies back to the coast. And I think I was doing that because we're seeing a lot of pirates. As I was loading into this, I was thinking to myself, maybe I should keep some armies here in case Aegon does try to attack me. Which he very well might, I don't know. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I'll put this army here at Lannisport, and this army can go to Casterly Rock, and then these two armies can return to Payne Hall and Peckledon. That seems relatively safe. All right, yeah, I was already in command. Okay, we're just taking a look around, seeing what kind of stuff is going on. Oops, factions look good. Intrigue. I've got Aegon's mother, which I'm not quite sure what I should do with. Maybe I can sell her? Ransom her, I mean? For 10 gold? Is that really worth it? I don't know. I think having her as leverage would be better. What if I move her to a dungeon cell? Would that be... I mean, it won't affect me. Have Dowager Queen Valena move to a secure cell in the dungeon where she can't escape easily yet with fair life expectancy. That sounds decent to me. That sounds reasonable. If you have them in house arrest, it makes it easier for your prisoners to escape. So that's the trade-off. You can throw them in the dungeon, house arrest, or the I think it's called the oubliette or the oubliette. Here, let's see. Yeah, put in house arrest. Yeah, there's a high risk of escape, but she will want for nothing and can expect to live for a long time. Or throw in the oubliette, throw into the deepest hole in the dungeon and forget all about her. There's no escape from the oubliette, and her life expectancy is low. Right. I don't really want Valena to die, although I do kind of enjoy the leverage she might grant. Actually, you know what? If she dies, like if we execute her, Aegon will really, really hate us for it. Which would, you know what? Maybe we should be merciful. Because if we get conquered, and I released his mother, then maybe he'll go easy on. Maybe he'll go easy on King Loren. I normally don't like to, bow so low before certain lords of the realm, but when the enemy's got dragons, it's I'm thinking about more than just my own character. I'm thinking about House Lannister and the preservation of the Westerlands as a whole. Let's see. So one thing I haven't looked at, and I don't really know if I'll be able to do much with it, is our development of... Well, we definitely want to make Casterly Rock the crown focus, but you see here we can look at all these things that we can potentially build. Basic defenses, private farms. Although, in all honesty, we have such a low amount of wealth, it really wouldn't be worthwhile to just, go crazy spending money. Especially because oftentimes, if you screw up too much, your vassals may conspire against you, and sometimes when they do that, they take their armies with them when they conspire against you. Which means that you might end up actually having your forces split in half, or maybe even reduced down to a fourth, which is essentially you fighting the majority of your vassals in some kind of crazy civil war. And in instances like that, the only thing that can really save you are mercenaries, and you get the mercenaries by paying for them. So when I play the game, normally I try to get my wealth up to at least 1,000 gold pieces before I actually begin developing, just so that if anything bad does happen, I've got more than enough money to pretty much buy a whole another 10,000 soldiers if something like that happens, or in case we're attacked by a neighbor who's got considerably more troops than we do. Sir Harold here wants me to join him, and I don't really want to pay for him to join us. We're not really that wealthy right now, so I'm not going to be doing that. Shoot, even when I am wealthy, I generally don't do that type of stuff. Let's see. I really want this war to end. I really wish the Vale would just surrender, because I can't really do anything, and I can't lower my troops because... Your Grace, my mission at High Gardens has so far been a success, so King Mern is going to like me a little bit more. Oh, maybe more than a little bit more. 84, come on, ally with me. I hate you, King Mern. I hope your house goes extinct. Let's see. I wonder if the Baratheons still exist. Did, let's see. Oris Baratheon did not marry Argella. Let's go see. We're going to search the realm. I'm going to type in... Well, I was going to type in Baratheon. Oh. Tywil of Cornfield Peasant Revolt. Oh. The peasants have risen up in Cornfield, led by disgruntled former soldiers. The rebels have the nerve to demand independence. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Let's see. Baratheon. That's kind of concerning. Let's see. Is Argella... oh, she is alive. There she is. And she is married to Sir Boris, of course. Your Grace, your daughter, Princess Lana, is most uncooperative and is not responding very well to my tuition. I see. Well, she's just dumb. So, what can you do? Let's see. It seems that Argilac the Arrogant was killed by Rhaenys Targaryen's dragon. Okay, that makes sense. But it seems Argella was spared. Where is she? At court in Aegonfort. Oh, she's actually in Blackwater Bay now? That's an interesting choice. Okay, so it seems that... Oh, wait. One thing I did want to look... Oh, so it's not Baratheon, it's Durrandon. Okay. And it seems that her mother also survived. Is that her mother? Or is that her grandmother? No, it's her aunt. Okay. Right, so House Durrandon does exist. They just don't have a lot of people left. Seems that the Vale is fighting a little bit right here, but I mean, it's negative 72%. The Vale's not coming back from this. It seems like they... Did they lose that battle? Pretty nearly. Yeah, it seems like they lost that battle too. Yeah, King Roddle, you're screwed. Who's this? Army of Bros, the Mountain Clansman Liberation Revolt. Oh, okay. Your Grace, since I arrived in Casterly Rock, there has never been a shortage of soldiers reinforcing the troops stationed here. Good, I guess. I mean, that's kind of your job. And it seems my wife Sheryl is pregnant again. Okay. If anyone has left comments for names of my children, I haven't read any because I haven't looked at any comments of the last video I put up yet, so I'll have to figure out a way of accommodating to that. That is a lot of peasants. 3,000 peasants? Ooh, that's kind of concerning. Well, I'm going to send this army of 8,000 Westerlanders, and let's put someone in charge of them. Let's put our lowest general in charge of them, Sir Stafford. Right. I think peasant revolts have the problem where if they go on long enough, eventually more and more peasants are going to rise up and revolt against your rule. I think I was playing as the North one time, and I decided that some peasants in a revolt weren't worth dealing with, and I let them last long enough, and I think they took a settlement or two, and all of a sudden I had, what is this? It can be lonely during a long war campaign, so who can blame a man for having someone to warm his bed at night? Oh, great. This is that lustful trait. What trouble is King Loren going to create now? Although, it turns out one of my liaisons has resulted in a child. Oh, so he's already committed the deed. That's great. That's really responsible, King Loren. Although it turns out my liaison has resulted in a child. Gerald. She can have some gold for the child's care. Nobody adopts Gerald. I lose some gold and piety. I name her a liar, for which I lose prestige. I lose piety. I shall adopt the child into my household. I mean, if I adopt him, it's going to make Queen Sheryl really pissed off. But if I adopt him, Gerald can become an honor... Oh, look, and he's quick! His character is brighter than most. That is a that is an awesome character trait. My character's quick too, right? Are any of my other children quick? Oh shoot, I didn't choose his focus. I think in what I think it must have been the first episode. I was talking about making my kids go down the path of diplomacy and intrigue. But as I was rewatching the video over again, I realized that I was picking etiquette, which actually doesn't have many good options for diplomacy and intrigue. At the time, I think I meant to talk about thrift. Yeah, I think I meant to talk about thrift, because thrift would be the way to go. So I meant to be picking thrift, but I ended up picking etiquette, so oh well. So Chiswick will be thrifty. Yeah, see? Etiquette. And etiquette. And Lyman is thrifty. Okay, so if we pick Gerald, I'm tempted to do this. I'm tempted to do this because, one, I don't really care if my wife hates me, and I would like to have another son who is quick. Albeit he will be a legitimized bastard, but meh. You know, I've had games where I've had 20 bastards before, so it's not that big of a deal. Plus, this one's got a valuable trait, so I think I'm actually going to adopt him. I'll actually gain piety too, so that's good. And I'm going to pick thrifty for you. King Loren the Rock fulfilled the ambition to have 5 children. Yes, I did. Can I legitimize him? I thought he was all... Do I have to legitimize him? How do I... Oh, he's got to be age 1. Age 1 or greater. And yeah, it took a small penalty. Okay, maybe not a small penalty, minus 30, but she already likes me. She already likes me enough, so it doesn't seem to be a problem. Next ambition, win the war. Well, I'm not going to win the war. Well, I might... Hold on. I'm going to pause this. I could cheese it and say I'm going to win the war and then offer peace to Tywell of the Cornfield Peasant Revolt, which I now have 100% progress towards my victory. So I'm going to do that because if I can get this ambition, I get 1 more martial and 50 prestige. So I'm going to cheese it up here, and I'm going to enforce my demands, which will gain me 20 prestige. Tywell will be imprisoned, but it says I lose 70 gold. Why do I lose 70 gold? Okay, why do I lose... Do I really lose 70 gold? Hold on. Okay, Peasant Revolt has ended. I won. Do I lose 70 gold? I don't think I lost any gold for that. King Loren of the Rock fulfilled the ambition to win the war. That's good. No, that must have been some kind of tooltip typo or something, because I did not lose 70 gold there. At least I didn't see that I lost 70 gold there. Okay, knocked out another ambition. Fall in love, I could pick that one, but it's kind of hard to fall in love. Unless I pick the seduction trait, in which case you get it right away. Expand the realm by conquest. I don't really feel comfortable doing that right now with Aegon roaming about. We could always go for Valyrian steel. That's always useful. Not going to tame a dragon. Make the 8. Prove your manliness to all the realm by laying with a girl from each of the 7 kingdoms and the Riverlands. That, maybe. That might be interesting to watch. I mean, Loren is lustful, so... When can he change his focus? Until 8004. So we got 2 more years before I can change my focus to something else, so... Maybe I can pick that one. Is there anything else I can do before that? Adopt a lifestyle, fall in love, become exalted... 6. I don't think so. You know what? For funsies, I'm going to pick make the 8. If I can get this, I get 100 prestige, I lose 50 piety, and I get a bonus to my monthly prestige. I lose monthly piety, and I will be known as the Virile. Okay. Yes. That will fit King Loren. I am already destroying this character. It had so much promise, and now he goes down the dark path. My prisoner Tywell is complaining about his dark cell in the dungeon, asking for more suitable accommodations. Every prisoner is going to do this. Every prisoner you take is going to complain. I'm going to let him rot, and I'm actually thinking about... Can I ransom him? No, because he doesn't have any gold. And if I banish him, it's going to cost me gold too. So I think I'm probably just going to execute him, because he can't pay me. Your grace, Tyrell has been brought from his cell for execution. How shall he be dispatched? Here's another thing you can do, is when you get prisoners, you can execute them. Do I want to behead him? Do I want to have him hanged? I could feed him to the lions, which is, I think that's a custom option because I'm of House Lannister. I think. You can do some of the executions, you can press more, but depending on the type of character you have, like if your character is cruel or a torturer, it changes what types of things you can do. You can do all sorts of crazy stuff, like you can break them on the wheel, you can dismember them, you can saw them in half, you can boil them in water. If your character has the hedonist trait, then you can actually drown them in a vat of wine. I did that a lot when I was playing as Robert Baratheon. If I feed him to my lions, I will lose piety, I will gain prestige, and there's a 10% chance I might be known as the torturer. Which, strangely enough, seems to have only positive traits. This depraved character likes to spend the nights in the dungeon, inventing new ways of torturing unfortunate victims. Sounds a lot like Ramsay Bolton. You get +2 intrigue, +1 learning. God of Harmony, -10, which I think is that the Summer Islander gods? I don't know. Fear +20 is really good. Fear is a relatively new mechanic, where if you can get... if you can have a set amount of traits or a set amount of actions or a length of time that you've been ruling, it'll change your fear, and fear is a really powerful tool for keeping your vassals from conspiring against you. Maybe I should go for this. Maybe. I really don't want to lose piety, though. Let's just be more reasonable, and I'll just have him hanged. Okay. At age 25, your subject, Tywell, was hanged on the order of King Loren of the Rock. Yes, because he rose up in revolt, and you don't revolt against the crown. And it seems that my friend Lymond here is really schmoozing up King Mern, because now we're +100%. Form an alliance now? No, of course you won't, because politics is more important than friendship. Right. Let's... Ooh, laws. Alright, yeah, I can change all the laws. Actually, no, I can't change all the laws. No, I can change all the laws. Okay. I didn't see First Knight was here. I didn't see that I could scroll down. I could increase the realm authority. I could reduce the faith's authority. I can't make this legal. I can't make slavery legal because of my character's culture. I can change obligations, so I can determine whether I want the nobles to give me more gold or more soldiers. Okay, and I can also determine what power I want the council to have. And if I have enough time ruling, I can change the election. Or the inheritance, I mean. Inheritance of your children. Elective monarchy. Yeah, that's one of the worst things you can pick. Don't pick elective monarchy. And if you see a faction growing in your factions tab called change the government type to elective monarchy, do everything you can to stop that faction, because there's nothing will end your rule as king faster than voluntarily changing to a democratic system. The King Aegon's conquest of Mountain and Vale has ended. King Ronald has lost. Excellent, so now I can actually disband all my soldiers, and he's probably going to attack me. Because why wouldn't he? Aha! King Aegon of Westeros has declared King Aegon's conquest of the Rock on King Loren of the Rock. The Rock is at a state of war. Yes, we are. What? Removing Lord Jothos Mallory from the council has angered those in your court. I didn't remove him. Lord Lothos, why were you removed? I didn't remove you. That is an interesting predicament. Alright, we'll just pick Sir Pressford. Well, I think I'm just going to have to raise all my levies again. And you see, You see, King Mern, this is what happens when you don't ally. You'll be next. Let's do the same thing we did before and just split up the armies between Peckledin and Painhall. Right? That's what we did last time, right? I don't remember. Alright. Now, I'm not... Oh, okay. Your Grace, Aegon Targaryen, the renowned dragon rider, has declared war. He claims the rock by right of conquest and demands our immediate surrender. Surely we cannot fight against such beasts. Surely we must surrender. Unfortunately, it's not the wisest choice, though. It's not, because King Aegon is not a nice dude. Well, let's see. King Aegon conquered the Stormlands, and I believe, if we look back in here, Argella's father, Sir Argilac, was killed by Rhaenys dragon. Now, I don't know the context. Maybe that was in battle. Maybe Aegon fed the Storm King to the dragon. I'm not sure. If we go here... Now but like Harren the Black survived, which is really, really surprising to me. But he fought. He actually fought Aegon, and he was spared. So we've got Harren the Black survived by fighting Aegon. Storm King Argilac fought Aegon the Conqueror and died. King Ronald now is imprisoned by, well, he's not a king anymore, but Lord Paramount Ronald of the Vale has been imprisoned. So is his brother. Which means that if we surrender, the likelihood that Aegon could very well imprison King Loren, could imprison my wife, could imprison all my children, and just kill everybody. But if we fight, we could also die, and we will actually surely lose anyways. Just because he's got freaking dragons. Vhagar is still maimed. Meraxes is still fine. He still has 2 good dragons. And he has, I think, the Trident on his side. And the Stormlands. I don't see any way for us to win this. Well, he rules Dragonstone. He also rules Blackwater Bay. He doesn't rule Storm's End. And he doesn't rule Harrenhal. Castle of Rainwood. She's in Aegonfort. She's at court in Aegonfort. She's in Dragonstone to train troops. He's leading troops in Rainwood. I mean, shoot, if King Loren gets imprisoned and all his kids get killed, that could very well end this series really, really quickly. Which kind of goes into my first episode's description of why this scenario can be so precarious. But you know what? No, we're not gonna surrender. We're gonna fight. We're gonna fight, and we're gonna go down like heroes. What's this? King Aegon has joined Lord Paramount John of the Trident. King Aegon of... I think these are people who are joining him, who are joining King Aegon. Yeah, so Lord Paramount John, Lord Paramount Harren of the Iron Islands. Right, so the Trident, the Stormlands, and the Iron Islands, and a few other places have all joined. The rock is under attack from Westeros. The very freedom of the kingdom is at risk. Perhaps we should seek help from neighboring realms and ask them to join our coalition. Yes, ask them for aid. Mern, this is your last chance. You don't understand. You will be next. Your Grace, King Loren, I am afraid the Reach cannot join this coalition of yours and must remain neutral for the time being. Well, King Mern, you're going to be dead too, so... I hate you, King Mern. Okay, so this is going to be the same thing as the war with the Vale, is I'm going to dogpile the settlements that King Aegon personally owns. Syrian. I mean, I'm just going to have to go with the default name. I'm going to go with the default name for right now. Or maybe I should... No, let's go with the default name for right now. We'll do Thrift. I'm not going to worry too much about naming kids right now because we could very well have our family wiped out. I'm thinking the worst case scenario here is that King Loren gets captured and the family gets captured and Aegon decides to systematically just behead everybody. Or feed everyone to his dragon. Who knows? He could do either. My only hope here is to... pretty much the same thing as before. Just capture Blackwater Bay, capture Dragonstone. Speaking of which, how many boats do I have? I have no boats! But how many troops do they have here? Just 300. We can make use of that, right? We can raise these. Is this army traveling? That army's not traveling. Let's get this army of 1,500 here. Or maybe here to Casterly Rock, and then we'll sail them. Well, I want to sail them, but it seems like these stupid pirates are going to get in the way first. These bastard pirates. Alright, 1,600 is good enough. I'll put myself in there, I'll put Lyle, and I'll put Damien. And... Army of Lord Raylor. Okay, well, then we'll march on the capital. Is that the capital? That is the capital. Yeah, King's Landing is the capital. And... oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. It seems that they're resorting to boats now. Oh shit, that's Queen Rhaenys. Uh-oh. That's not good. They could easily do a, what would you call it? Kind of a castle blitz. When I play Aegon the Conqueror, I normally do a castle blitz where I declare war on someone and I just sail to their capital, drop Aegon and his two sisters in an army, and just deploy the dragon in siege, which essentially melts the castle and kills everybody inside. They could easily do that. He could easily wipe out my whole family and my court if he decides to do that. Yeah. I think the Stormlands is lost. Whilst visiting one of the brothels of Casterly Rock, a particularly pretty wench catches your attention. You get talking, and she reveals she is an Ironborn girl. You quickly realize you've never been with such a girl before, and take her upstairs. Glad to see King Loren's priorities are in the right place. Making the 8 surely is more important than defending the realm. My dear friend, I wish to give you the honor of sending my child Theon. Yeah, fine. In fact, that might actually be a mistake, because they might melt the castle. Don't send him to Casterly Rock, because that might be melted soon. Okay, we've got main army here. Main army moving into King's Landing, which is about to be... I don't see any leaders that have dragons, so maybe we can get some kind of some kind of victory, maybe. And we can't get to Dragonstone, not with these bastards here. Army of Lord. Yeah, but that's Army of Lord Rollard, though. Roland. Does that include Rhaenys? I mean, we can try. And we'll just go move you down here to Payne's Hall. And battle is joined, and I don't see any people who are wielding dragons. You are separated from your men in the chaos of battle, and now find yourself in the midst of war. As you scan the field and try to rejoin your forces, you see Lord Raylor break through the enemy ranks and charge you. Lord Raylor, I think, is here. A Stormlander of House Bar Emmon. And he is charging towards me. Okay. Well, we got some time left. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fight this guy. You and Lord Raylor slowly circle each other, tense and focused. You scan him for any sign of weakness, any opening his defense that you could possibly exploit. Whoever walks away from this duel will no doubt give the advantage to their side in the battle. So the victor of this duel could very well decide the outcome of this battle, our first major battle with King Aegon, the Conqueror. But we'll have to find out who that is in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Crusader Kings 2 Game of Thrones Edition. I've been Joeblivion, and until next time, see you guys later.